So the talk this week is called Practicing Sanity in an Insane World. If you don't feel that the world is insane at all, you might be in the wrong place. Just kidding. But it's all perception. It's all perception. So here's the thing, practicing sanity. Not forcing sanity on others, but practicing sanity ourselves. That is what was demonstrated in the poem. That was what is demonstrated in the song I just sang. The song I just sang is a Ho'oponopono prayer. And Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaii and South Seas ancestral practice that emphasizes self-forgiveness and cleansing to heal oneself and the world. That's what it's about. So it takes very literally, we talk about oneness, that we actually are one organism, one planet, one people, one. That's really hard for us to get our mind around, especially since we inhabit these discrete bodies. And how easy it is to look out there at that discrete body and go, I'm not one with that. Nope, 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 nope. The whole idea exactly of Ho'oponopono is that yes, we are. We all have all of that within us. We are all contributing to all of it. So it's about taking responsibility. And the man, Dr. Hugh Lin, that actually sort of brought this practice to the Western world says that we only see the data in us. Like if it's not already in you, you can't see it, right? We have certain data and we replay it and replay it. And if we erase the data, then we have a clean slate, which is where creativity and all possibility exist. At our clean slate. At our clean slate. So it's not about guilt or blame. It's not about finding out what's your fault so you can go fix it. It's about understanding that if we are one, then we are one in everything. We are one in cruelty. We are one in love. We are one in kindness. We are one in confusion. We are one, standing before the mirror of each other. And if you are standing before the mirror of another person and finding yourself really, really, really upset by what you see, you can never change the other person. That's not what we're here to do. But you can begin to understand that, oh, I wouldn't see that if that weren't in me. So what can I do about that? What can I do about that? Because now is the present moment. Whatever you think has gone on, we are always in this moment now. And what you see or perceive involves you. Even if you think you could have no possible fault at all, the fact that you are standing there as a witness to it. We know this from particle physics, from quantum physics, right? That simply by observing something, we change it. Schrodinger's cat, y'all know about that? I'm not going to go into a physics lesson because I'm not qualified, for one. But suffice it to say that physicists agree that simply by observing something, we change it. So if you are a witness to it, you are part of it. You are part of it. What you observe, you influence. Dr. Hugh Lin says, have you ever noticed that wherever there is a problem, there you are? There you are. Wherever you go, there you are. So this practice is a very simple practice. It has really, really deep resonances, and it may be a little difficult to understand at first, but the beauty of it is that you don't have to understand it to practice it. What I have found in practicing it in my life is that it always, almost immediately, brings me into a state of peace. Because as long as it's out there, then there's nothing I can do about it but get mad and jump up and down and try to force myself on another. And I've had too many years of Al-Anon to believe that I can make you do anything. Even if you like me and agree with me, I can't make you do anything. And if you don't like me and don't agree with me, what chance do I have? But I can change what's in here. I can change what's in here. And so this is the practice. And you can say these 4 phrases in whatever order you want to. Forgive me, I'm sorry, I love you, thank you. I love you, I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you. So what the I'm sorry is, in a New Thought, we don't like to say that. Ooh, I'm not sorry. I'm a perfect child of God. Yes, you are, just like everybody else. Just like everybody else. You are so special and unique, just like every other human who has ever lived on the planet. And we all are reflections of God, but we all are carrying with us the notion that we're somehow separate. And simply by carrying the notion that we're somehow separate from each other, separate from grace, separate from love, separate from perfection, we are perpetuating that idea in our human race. And so what we want to do is to stop perpetuating that idea in our own selves. So the I'm sorry is, I participate in this. I get it. I won't say it's my fault, but I get that I participate in it. I look at society today, and I can point out what I think are the evils, and there's not one thing I can point out that there is not something of that in me, right? And so what we do is we argue about degree. Well, I'm not that bad. Okay, I might feel a little superior, but I don't feel that superior. I might have some anger which springs from some rage, which is maybe covering over some deep-seated hatred, but I'm not hateful like some people are. We argue over degrees and accepting responsibility, not accepting blame. You're not bad because you do this. Hello, we're human. This is the way we're created. I have a deep belief that we wouldn't be here if we weren't meant to do what we're doing, which is to go through this process of life, learning things all the time. And we wouldn't be learning what we're learning if it wasn't important somehow. We wouldn't have forgotten that we're one unless we were meant to learn whatever it took to get back to the remembrance that we're one. And this is all part of the process. When we can accept that, it can bring lots of peace. So I'm sorry, please forgive me. I see something out there, I watch the news, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I love you is hard to say to someone that you don't feel love for, but love is not a feeling. We have feelings of love, but love is a deep truth. It's a deep truth of acknowledging that we are one. Forgive me, I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you. I first started using this practice many years ago when I had someone in my life, and I'm a good forgiver. I really am not a grudge holder. I've had a lot of practice at forgiveness. But there was this one person, and it was probably because I was still working with that person and I kept getting re-wounded. Like if he were in my past, I would have been able to forgive him, but he was still in my present. And I was just like, I can forgive that stuff, but look what he's doing now, And I was really upset by this. I'd been on the spiritual path for a long time, and I was really blaming myself that I can't seem to get over this and forgive this man. And I was talking to a mentor of mine who said, have you tried this ho'oponopono thing? And I said, what? Yeah. So he gave me these phrases, and I just started doing them. Forgive me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for how I contribute to the discord in our relationship. I'm sorry for the ways that I judge you, because I do. I'm sorry, forgive me. I love you. At depth, I'm sure that the most loving part of me is able to love the most loving part of you, whether I feel it right now or not, right? And thank you. Thank you, as it says in the song, thank you for helping me see. Thank you for what you reveal. By challenging my peace, you help me to release. right? If my peace was never challenged, how would I know how to be peaceful, right? Thank you for helping me see that my perception when I am in denial, that I'm the good guy and they're the bad guy, does not help to heal the world. And the only way that I can truly begin to heal the world is to heal myself, is to clear the dissonance in me. Because as long as I'm saying, I love you and I don't love you, there is dissonance. And so this practice, and I just started using it not as a way to heal the world, but just as a way to try to forgive this one guy. And it amazed me that within a very short, every time I thought of him, I would just go, I'm sorry. I forgive you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I would just say it in my mind or out loud, not to him, right? Just in my mind or out loud to myself. I would say it whenever I thought of him, and it transformed our relationship. And I still had to leave that relationship because it wasn't healthy. But that didn't have anything to do with it. I was in peace. And perhaps the peace in me was what allowed me to leave the relationship peacefully. Not by slamming doors and burning bridges. So, that's my testimony of it. And since then, my idea of this practice has deepened over the years. It's called a practice because you have to do it over and over again to begin to get good at it. Yeah, spiritual practice is about practice. It's not about, well, I tried that once. It didn't work. I tried that last week. Give me something else. Okay, so the other practice I want to teach you today. So this is practicing sanity in an insane world, right? How do we practice our own sanity, which is the only sanity we have any power over? Except that when we attend to our own sanity, we make the whole world a little more sane because we are one. It's true. So, Tonglen is a Buddhist practice. It's a Buddhist meditation practice. And Tonglen simply means giving and receiving, giving and taking, giving and taking. And what it involves is being willing to take in the pain and the suffering, to lift it within ourselves, and then to send out love, regardless of what the pain or suffering is. We don't have to judge it. We simply perceive it as the pain that it is, and we send out love. And Tonglen we can do for yourself as you begin to identify that within yourself which is in deep pain. Because I promise you, if you are in any way feeling insane, angry, hurt, in discord or dissonance, that's suffering. That's what it means. So you can begin even with yourself, just acknowledging to yourself, this hurts. Because what we do, we don't want to acknowledge it to ourselves. We want to go, this hurts, I need ice cream. This hurts, pour me a drink. This hurts, I'm going to call my friend and talk about how much this hurts. And together we're going to agree about how much this sucks and how it's everybody else's fault. Right? We do all kinds of things. We do all kinds of things to distract ourselves from the pain of being human. You know, the Buddha, that's the first noble truth of the Buddha. He said, in life there is suffering. Don't expect there not to be. That's part of the deal. But trying to hold on what is changeable, right, is causing you more suffering. We talked about that last week. The second arrow, the first arrow is when somebody does something to hurt you. The second arrow is when you replay it in your mind over and over and over again and try to make the ending turn out different somehow in your mind, even though the conversation is long past. That's the second arrow. That's when you're causing yourself to suffer. So instead of calling it to mind as a way to cause yourself to suffer again, you can call it to mind and just allow yourself to experience, whew, that hurt. I want to run. I want to hide. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to play cards. I want to turn on the television. I want to read a book. I want anything besides feeling this feeling right now. but I'm willing to feel it. And as I breathe in, on the inhale, I imagine that suffering coming into and through me and lifting it up so that when I exhale, I'm sending out love. It's that simple and that deep. That simple and that deep. So visualize a person or situation that's causing you suffering. This is the official How to Do Tonglen. Breathe in the suffering. Breathe out compassion. Repeat. Repeat, repeat. And then gradually expand your circle of compassion. And what we talked about last week is that if you don't have any compassion for yourself, you are extraordinarily limited on the compassion that you can have for others. So yourself is always a good place to start. Responsibility, just like with the Ho'oponopono, accepting responsibility. And to take responsibility is to determine your response to. So how do you respond to suffering? Do you churn it up and make it worse? Do you run from it so that it's stuffed down and it comes out at other moments when you're not even connected to what it is that originally caused it to happen? Right? Because the way you see the world is the way you see the world. The way you see inside, the world is your mind. And that's exactly what Dr. Hugh Lin was saying in a different way. The way your mind works is the way you perceive the world. Have you ever noticed on a day when you feel really good and happy, let's say newly in love, that's a really good feeling, that you go out with a smile on your face and you notice the clouds in the sky, and you notice the tree, and you're nice to the cashier, and you allow someone to go in front of you, right? Because your mind is in joy, and then you're seeing the world with more joy, and you are actually creating more joy by doing that. Whereas if your mind is in pain, then you perceive pain and you cause pain in the world. If you are agitated in mind, you will see an agitated world. If you are fearful in mind, you will see the world as threatening. If you are dull in mind, you will see the world as gray and flat. If your mind is in despair, you will see the world as hopeless. And so this is all about mind training. We all want more peace. We all want less grief, but we don't know how to do that. Let me say that again. We all want more peace. We all want less grief. That's what everybody is going for, even the people who make you the maddest. Because they're going about it in absolutely the wrong way. Isn't it clear that they're doing it wrong? But their little monkey mind is saying, here's what will make it better. Here's what will make it better. And then they do what they think, what their mind tells them will make it better, and then it doesn't make them better, which makes them even more, I must not be doing it hard enough. I need to do it more extremely. Can you see how that plays out on the world stage? Guess what? It plays out in your living room. Because we have that monkey mind that says, it's like a toddler, right? It wants what it wants when it wants it, but it doesn't even know how to articulate what it wants. It just knows something's wrong. I don't like how this feels right now. And it's unskilled. And so it throws tantrums and it makes threats. That's what mind does. And so simply through this practice of Tonglen, of saying, yep, there is suffering. There is suffering. You can feel the suffering perhaps as heat. Feel it as burning. Feel it as it's some concrete way to think of the suffering. Feel it that way on the inhale. And then on the exhale, allow it to be lifted and filled with your love as it goes back out into the world. So what's the alternative? If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. So instead of sending love to the places in the world where there is suffering, you could find that suffering and wrestle it to the ground. Grind it in with your heel. See how well that works. right? I know, it doesn't seem like much. I'm just going to sit in meditation and do that. Yeah, but I tell you what, if I achieve a moment of peace for me, I have achieved a moment of peace for the world. If I believe in oneness, if I achieve a life that is mostly peaceful, then I have achieved a peaceful life for the whole world. And it's not just the way that your change in yourself affects the whole, it's the way that your change in yourself affects these disparate bodies that look like separate beings that are within your sphere of influence, right? When you don't jump on somebody else's ship and say, yeah, let's throw a tantrum together, or recruit other people to throw your tantrum with you, by posting it on social media, perhaps, right? Then you are an oasis of peace in a world that desperately needs peace. And so that's really what, it's not, if you think of these, I love this image that was given to me by a Buddhist teacher. So if you think of the pain within yourself or within another, and you think, there's nothing I can do to make this better. Well, if a toddler falls down and gets hurt, what do? You can't make the pain go away, but you say, what do you say? Let me kiss it and make it better. Let me kiss it and make it better. That's all we do. We're just giving it a little love. And amazingly, it works with the toddler a good deal of the time. Oh, okay. She kissed my boo-boo. I'm okay. I can go play again. Kiss your own boo-boo. That's really the message today. Kiss your own boo-boo until you can learn to kiss the boo-boos of the world. That's really the message. So what I would like to do, and this is the deal, it's the only thing that's sane. To add insanity to insanity is insane. To think you're going to somehow overcome something hateful by pointing your anger and hate at it, that is insane. It's insane. Sanity starts right here. It starts in you. So what I want to do right now is to actually lead you in a Tonglen meditation. All right, so we're just gonna dim the lights so there's less distraction. Understand, first of all, that wanting to be happy is an expression of love and warmth. And that desire exists inside every person. Wanting to be at ease and free of suffering is compassion for ourselves. And only to the degree that we can be compassionate to ourselves can we be compassionate to the world. So from a comfortable position, there's no right way to do this. Just try to be in a position where you're not distracted by your body telling you that things hurt or things are in a weird position. And think back to a time when something happened in your life that didn't go well, that got messed up. Maybe it was a conversation you had with a loved one yesterday. Think about what you did, what you said, what was on your mind. And allow yourself, instead of defending or blaming, two things we want to do is either, well, that wasn't my fault, or that was my fault, I'm terrible. Neither of those things. Just allow yourself to feel what it feels like. Is it frustrating? Is it confusing? Is it irritating? Does it make you angry? Does it break your heart? And on the in-breath, breathe it in, the heat, the pain from yourself. Maybe think of it, let it come in as gray clouds. You're breathing in your own difficulty. And as you breathe out, simply lift those clouds and breathe out whatever is the polarity of what it is you're feeling. So breathe out ease. Breathe out release. Breathe out peace or confidence. Whatever it is that you need to heal that wound, this is your opportunity to bring it out. And visualize that out breath as light, as bright and airy and warm, as the sun shining so that the cloud actually dissipates. And again, breathe in and allow yourself to feel whatever feelings come up. And then as you breathe out, lift it. Give it your love. Give it your warmth, your caring, your compassion, and allow it to dissipate. Let's just do 5 breaths of that. I'm hoping that at this moment you're starting to feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more at ease with whatever it was. This is a practice you can do with yourself at any time. But I suggest that you dedicate a few minutes a day to practicing it. And then expand that to others. When you look out at the world and say, this is so wrong. Children experiencing war right outside the place where they have to live and sleep and eat. Instead of running from it or being angry at it, breathe in the pain of that. It takes courage. It takes bravery. And then lift it and send your love. Keep breathing it in and sending love. Breathing in the pain, sending out your love. So I invite you, as you become aware of the things in the world that hurt, instead of immediately turning to whatever addiction will cause the feeling to go away, or at least be sublimated so you don't have to feel it anymore at this moment, to simply allow yourself to feel it. You don't have to strangle yourself with it. Allow yourself to feel it. And breathe love and compassion into it. If you do this as a regular practice, I truly believe that you are helping to heal the world, and certainly to heal yourself, which is your primary, if not only, way to heal this world. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your love. And in any way that I fail you, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I thank you for showing me those ways. And I love you. And so it is. Just put